What's good, my peeps? This is Dom.
What's up, everybody? This is Isaac.
And this is STREETBALL episode 28. 28, right?
29.
It's 29. Absolutely. See, I'm losing track. We've been going for a minute. Got a lot of good stuff for you guys today. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the Ballislife Podcast Network channel and turn on your notifications and ring that bell. We're talking a lot of NBA playoffs today, including the dramatic fashion the Lakers won in the first round of the play-in. We had, the game was up and down. The Lakers were down most of the game, came back, won the game, almost lost it, and won the game basically on the free throw line. Here's a little clip of the almost game-winning shots that Dennis Schroeder hit at the end of regulation.
Driving to the rim, gets outside, Schroeder for the win. Go! Dennis Schroeder for three. 1.4 to go.
Let's go. I was so hyped for this one.
How did the Lakers?
And then Anthony Davis proceeded to foul Mike Conley on a three at the end of regulation. And Mike Conley hit three free throws to take it into overtime. The Lakers pretty much dominated the overtime period, showed their stifling defense. I was pretty proud of the Lakers from my perspective as a fan, how good a defense they played at the end of that regulation period. They were down by 15 to 20 points most of the game and came back and won it. You see it, Anthony Davis getting offensive rebounds, this, that, and the other. But now they're on to a tougher team, Memphis Grizzlies, who, as you know, we've talked about on the show, have gone through a lot of turmoil and drama this season with John Morant, Dylan Brooks, this, that, and the other. Pretty young. I was looking at the roster. They don't have one 30-year-old on this roster.
That's crazy. That's a crazy stat right there.
Steven Adams is the oldest dude on this team, 29 years old. He won't be available for the first round of the playoffs.
Steven Adams is only 29 years old?
Yeah, bro. He's a youngin', man.
Wow, I thought he was like 35 at least. He's been in the league for a while. That's crazy.
Bro, he was young and he was a one and done, man. One and done. See Ja Wick right there. We don't promote gun violence on this on this show, but given all the stuff that's happened to the Grizz this year, the Lakers are actually on a glow up right now. Last 24 games had the best record in the NBA, but still inconsistent, man. As much as they play good defense on Tuesday, they gave up a lot back on the offensive end with silly turnovers. So my question is this: can the Lakers pull off the 2-7 upset against this Grizzlies team?
I think they can if Anthony Davis is on his P's and Q's, because, I mean, we saw the last game, drew that stupid foul, and they almost lost the game because of that, went to overtime. But I think Anthony Davis plays a big piece to the success that the Lakers will have. And I think Dennis Schroeder is playing really well right now, bro. Dennis looks really good. So I think they got it. Yeah, I think they'll pull it off, because Memphis is young. They've been doing, their main player has been, on socials at the club, going up. But yeah, I think the Lakers got this one for sure. What about you?
Man, I'm Lakers all the way, but I'm biased. I feel like we have to have a good series from AD and LeBron, obviously, but we got to have a good supporting cast. Obviously, Dennis Schroeder, Austin Reeves, D'Lo, Malik Beasley. I feel like our first 7 have to really have a good series, and somebody besides AD and LeBron have to pull up and have a good game, especially on the road. We need 20 points from Austin Reeves, or we need 25 from D'Lo, or we need 5 threes from Malik Beasley on one of those to steal a road game and take home court advantage in the series. But I think it's really possible, but it depends on what Lakers team shows up, being inconsistent this entire season.
I feel like if everybody's contributing to the dub, I think the Lakers are tough to beat. I think the Lakers are a powerful team, but everybody has to be on their stuff, man. And LeBron doing.
I totally agree. But we'll see. I have faith in my Laker team. This first time I've said it all season. I think that we have our defense is good enough to mask a lot of our drawbacks on offense. So hopefully we can get it done against this inexperienced Grizzlies team. Yeah, guy's a shooter, not that kind of shooter. Hey, is that too soon? Is it too soon?
Man.
I think we played that clip on the show already, so it's fine. It's fine.
You know what's crazy? After all this drama going on with Ja, it's kind of scary. It's scary for the Lakers. I guarantee he's going to come out on level 1,000, ready to go crazy, because after what he needs to perform in the playoffs to make up for all the BS he's been through.
Fat boy Dylan Brooks better just back up his shit talk. That's all I'm saying, because in my opinion, he's not good enough to be talking the way that you do. But that's another thing. But let's move on to something that's a little more, I guess, like a lot of people think that this is a problem there's been a problem between Russ and KD, and they face off in the first round, 4 or 5 matchups, Sun versus Clippers. And Russ actually addressed this the other day when the media asked him about it. You see the matchup right here. This is really the marquee matchup of the series. But Russ had something to say about what he felt about this upcoming matchup with KD, and that about their so-called beef. I know we have a clip. Let's roll it.
Nothing. That would be normal for me. There's no I think people still think like there's some beef or something. There's no beef of any sort. I think that's the good narrative for for media, for people to talk about. But there's no beef, man. I got nothing but respect for him and things he's done with his career, and happy to see him back from injury. There's no beef at all, but he knows I'm gonna compete, and I know he's gonna compete, and that's all it is.
Oh, wait a minute, Damo. He never said that was his guy, though. There's no beef, but that's not his guy.
That's fine.
It's a little bit. It's competitive. No, it's competitive nature in there. We got some competitors, man.
You see the matchup right here, but here's the thing: being a part of the media too, I feel like we're trying to create narratives for a good storyline. And never have I ever until now have had any type of. I mean, I guess the way KD left OKC probably left a bad taste in his mouth, but I've never got any type of inkling besides that Russ had a problem with KD and vice versa. So I don't really know where this came from. But the more important thing is who's going to win this series. 4 or 5 matchup. The Clippers come in hobbled. The new look Suns have KD at the helm with Devin Booker and CP3. Who do you think gets this one?
You know, it's crazy. They got to do a narrative, set up a narrative like this because, bro, we already know who's going to win the NBA Finals. The Suns are winning the whole deal. Clippers are not beating the Suns, bro. Like, we already know what's going to happen. So might as well create a cool little narrative. Put some flavor on the playoff first round. Like, bro, come on now, the Suns. Who you got?
I'm calling it first. This has nothing to do with the series. I have more faith in the Lakers winning the championship than the Suns.
What?
Yeah,
you're sick. You're
Absolutely.
sick.
Absolutely.
With AD, you saw what AD did? You saw him foul the corner 3 ball.
That's fine, but he had 21, 16, and 5 as well. He anchored our comeback. He just made a stupid decision. But yes,
it's CP3 is time, bro.
CP3 is cursed.
He been cursed. Now it's time though. He broke his curse.
It's gonna be some crazy stuff. I mean, I don't wish injuries on anyone. He's gonna be going to the rim. Nobody around him, and he's gonna sprain his ankle or some shit. This always happens to him in the playoffs. Every year he gets hurt. And it'd be the worst thing. It's not like a bruised shoulder or something. It's always like, I broke my wrist or I did this, that, and the other. Like, it's always some crazy shit with him. And I love CP3 as a player, but you got I've been seeing this for 15, 16 years now. Like, you get hurt in the worst moment possible every time. Every time. And I honestly think that for as much as the Suns got with their trade, they gave up a lot and their team is fragmented now. They don't have a complete team. They sent their 3 best on-ball defenders away.
But look, I don't think CP3 has to do as much as he used to with this squad. With the goons he has around him, he doesn't have to be so dominant. Even though we know he's a dominant point guard.
I also think they're too dependent on offense in this case. And their offense, I think anybody can play with KD, but like it's just like that takes chemistry to really perfect. No, I said anybody can play with KD. Anybody can. Like he's that type of player. Like he's not like a super ball dominant guy and he's efficient, but offensive chemistry really takes time. And I don't feel like they've had enough time to really perfect that with 3 guys who need the ball in their hand, frankly.
It's fair. Imagine they did perfect it though.
Yeah, but that's going to be sometime next season, not now. I don't think the Suns are going to have a chance to win the title, to be honest. That's my honest opinion.
Okay.
But I do think they'll win the series, though. I do think they'll win the series.
Okay. That's fair.
All right. Battle of the North. Warriors versus Kings. The new booties. The Kings have not been in the playoffs for almost 20 years, and you see this right here. We got Steph versus D Fox and DeMontis Sabonis. Splash Brothers versus the new look. Are we going to light the beam this time or what? You see this series right here is going to be very exciting and high scoring. We have the number 1 scoring offense in the league versus the number 2 scoring offense in the league. And the Warriors come in hot. Their last regular season game, they broke the NBA record for most points scored in a quarter with 55 against the Portland Trailblazers. So my question is this. Like, are we going to see this this whole narrative where people will say that people like championship teams can turn it on and play their best when they need to? Or is this kind of like the time where we pass off the torch and are the Kings going to get this one?
Man, I don't know. The Kings are a really, really good team, but man, I'm going with the Warriors, man. But I'm betting on the OGs, man. And yes, I believe they turn it up at it's game time now. Now it's time to turn up. So yes, I think the Warriors are the Splash Brothers are gonna come in and start splashing and doing what they do. And then again, you can't take the Kings lightly because they got a lot of tough pieces, man. Tough pieces.
You know what? I can't use my rule on one thing and not use it on the other. I was just talking about CP3, how he always gets hurt. And that's what I trust him to do. That's not in his control. But in the same breath, I got to see somebody put this full strength Warriors team out of the playoffs. It hasn't happened since they got dubbed 3-1 back in 2016. They gave up a 3-1 lead in 2016. All the other times they've been in the playoffs or haven't made the playoffs, they've had significant injuries to their best players. Every other time they won a championship. So I got to see this happen before I bet against the Warriors at all. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they made a run to the finals right now. Just of how hot they are. Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry had the most threes in NBA history by a trio. And they got the good anchors and role players, I believe, to put themselves in a position to make a run. But I also think that the Kings can get them on this one. But we'll see.
The Kings for sure out there. I'm not doubting the Kings for sure. I'm not counting them out. They got a really good team this year. But like you said, the Warriors can't really bet against them, man. They do this. They do this.
You can't bet against them until they prove to you that they're not like that anymore. And we've seen flashes of this. My only problem with them is they went like 8-33 on the road this year.
Damn.
They're not good on the road. They're not good on the road at all. And maybe that's because they use that for load management nights, this, that, and the other. I'm not sure, but I haven't seen them perform on the road yet on a consistent basis. So that might be a big factor in the series, especially with the hysteria going on in Sacramento around lighting this beam, bro. They love lighting the beam, and all the fans are going nuts right now. So that hostile road environment might get to them.
When did the beam come about? Like, what's the history on the beam?
They started this year. Yeah, they started this year. Light the beam.
Oh, hey, that's sick. That's a dope ass concept.
No, it's really dope. Like, I love it. Shout out to our guy Justin Williams, Junior Kings manager, Sacramento Kings, first time making the playoffs. We're proud of you up here at Streetball Show. Shout out to you, Magic Boys, baby. So Lastly, we had our playing games. Our playing games have been drama filled. You saw the Laker game. The Heat and the Hawks were anticlimactic, but the two 9-10 matchups were pretty turned up from start to finish. Last night, Chicago down by 15 most of the game, come back to beat the Raps in dramatic fashion. And the Raps went 18 for 36 from the line, thanks to a little bit of help from DeMar DeRozan's daughter, distract him at the free throw line. Watch this clip.
Oh, that was her screaming?
Yeah.
Whoa. I didn't know.
Oh, it's in the drive. It's fine, but hey, it's okay. She was screaming every time. I think we had some technical difficulties last night sending clips. Clearly, I didn't have a few in there that I sent, but she was screaming every time they were shooting. She was right behind the basket, and they missed some pivotal free throws at the end of the game when she was doing that. So shout out to DeMar's daughter. She allowed the Chicago Bulls to survive another day.
The Bulls are impressive. I didn't know the Bulls were that good. The Bulls have pieces. They're a scary team.
Yeah, absolutely. But they lack a lot of team chemistry. They're missing a big piece in Lonzo Ball. He's been hurt for over a year now. Let's hope Lonzo recovers fully and is able to play again. But yeah, they're a team that is good and talented, but for some reason just haven't been able to get it together. But they got it done last night, so they live to see another day. On the other end, the Thunder pull out a close win over the Pelicans on the road last night behind big games from Shea, Josh Giddey, and Luguentz Dort. Luguentz Dort hit, I think, 6 threes last night, scored 27 points. Josh Giddey almost had a triple-double with 32 points, and Shea led the way with 33. Now, our two final play-in matchups for the 8th spot in the East and the West. You got Chicago going on the road to play Miami, and you have OKC going on the road to play the Timberwolves. Now, who do you have in the Eastern round matchup to get the 8th spot?
Chi-Town.
I like that.
I got the Bulls in there for sure. After watching them with how they play together and what they're doing right now, turned up. Yeah, I'm going with the Bulls. And you know, Dalen Terry has them ready and turned up in the locker room, ready to rock. That's another reason why I believe. And I may be a little biased, but DT turns shit up.
No, it's facts. You know what? And this Miami team has been very lackluster this year. With the they just can't score. You know, they were the first seed last year going to the playoffs. We're one game away from making it to the NBA Finals. Lost to Boston in 7. But this team is just not they're like night and day from last year, especially on the offensive end. So, and they look like they're defeated out there. So I really feel like the Bulls come in with good morale. I feel like they're going to win this game. What about OKC versus T-Wolves? Who's going to win that game?
Ooh, that's tough. I got Shea, man. I'm betting on Shea. He's a killer. He's out there murdering right now. Like, I'm going with the Thunder.
I agree. I totally agree with you. So we got 2 road wins in the battle for the 8th seed.
You know who's a freak?
Who?
Patrick Williams from the Bulls.
I agree. I saw him just bang on Jakob Poeltl last night. It was nasty.
Bro, I was like, what? He's dunking stuff easy. It's like a Nerf hoop for him.
What?
He's nasty.
No, it's crazy. But they got a younger team, more energy. I feel like OKC, for a team who's so inexperienced, they seem like they have a really good team around. They're playing for one another, unlike the Timberwolves, which you saw. Rudy Gobert snuffing his teammates on the bench. Jaden McDaniels, you see it right here. Come on, I got to see this. Hey, this was a half-ass punch. This was a little light-skin punch, man. You're making light skins look bad with this one. Watch this. And he backs up. Look.
The chest, though. That was like a brother. That was like I didn't really see that as like a punch where he was trying to harm him. I saw it as a punch like, come on, bro. Like,
no, that was like a little brother. That was a little brother punch that's scared of his older brother. He's like, I'm gonna hit him, but I don't
want to hurt him.
Yeah, nah, that's the one that he's scared to hit him. Like as soon as he started swinging, he was like, oh, wait, what am I doing?
Yeah. Let's see what Slow-Mo had to say about it, though. Let's see what Slow-Mo had to say about it.
I'm locked in on winning the game. That's what I woke up in the morning thinking. That's what I came to the arena thinking. So, I mean, ain't nothing going. I'm too mentally tough for anything to get me off the path of walking out of here without the win. I want to win the game. That's what I'm set my mind to.
You think it refocused you guys? Maybe I won't say energized.
I mean, it's possible, and you've seen that happen, numerous times in games where guys get attacked and their team goes on a run. Who knows? I mean, we were able to come together, and I'm happy we did. Oh yeah, it is what it is. We move forward. We want to win games. It is what it is. I mean, it ain't the first time someone has swung on me. It is what it is. We keep it in house.
Yep. Is that, do you think you've always been a vocal leader? Is that just kind of go with the territory a little bit challenging?
I mean, I think temper's just flared.
Yeah.
That's all. It is what it is. We'll speak about it and move on. We grown men. It is what it is. Let's move on.
I kept punch at him. That's hilarious. He was really, really mad to do that.
Hey, bro, Kyle Ansher from New Jersey, and not like the nice New Jersey, like he from the hood New Jersey. So he definitely seen that before. It looks like Rudy Gobert never did that before. He looked like a little rookie out there. He ain't never thrown a punch in his life. But given all this turmoil, man, this is the deciding factor for me, including Jaden McDaniels being out with a broken hand due to the fact that he punched a wall at halftime in that game as well. I just don't think the T-Wolves are in a headspace to really get a W right now.
Yeah,
not to mention, Karl Anthony Towns is 7 feet tall and he doesn't want to post up. That's what playoff basketball is all about. I saw this clip on NBA Inside, NBA on TNT, and they showed the Lakers are switching 5, bro. Nobody in the paint, and Dennis Schroeder's on Karl Anthony Towns in the paint.
And he didn't post.
He put his hand up for a little bit and then went to the corner. That's when I knew, oh, we're going to beat these motherfuckers because these dudes ain't got no heart. Cat's a cat. Cat's a cat. He's a cat.
No, oh God. If I got Dennis Schroeder on me and I'm 7 feet tall, I'm mouse in the house. Give me the ball, layup.
So we're gonna see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander make his first NBA playoff appearance, which would be dope. And then the Bulls will take that last spot in the East. But honestly, I don't think either one of them have a chance in the playoff field. We didn't talk about the East disclaimer because to me, a lot of the East matchups are foregone conclusion. Who's going to win? Like there's no debate about it. In the West, we have these really unique situations where you have really talented teams for one reason or another being a low seed. So they're playing against a higher seed that might not be better than them, i.e. the Lakers or the Warriors, for a multitude of reasons, they're lower seeds. So that's why those are interesting. Now we move on to one of our favorite segments, NBA Elite Feat, and we got some good ones for y'all, including a special one that we're going to talk about because this kid ain't in the league yet, but he's going to league one day. I'll tell you that right now. All right, first we got DeMar rocking some high red, dope Kobe 1 Pro Tro PEs. These ones right here are going in as some of the best that we've highlighted this year. You'll see it on the up close. Those are nasty. Patent leather, red throughout with the nice little black accents. He even has his jersey number on there with the white swoosh. These ones are absolutely nuts. I love this shoe right here.
Yeah, no, that's a nice ass shoe, man. That's a throwback shoe, right?
Yep, that's the Kobe 1. It's the first Nikes that Kobe ever had.
Yeah, I'm rocking with those. I love how he busted those out for this game because that's fire. That's fire.
Facts. That's one playing game fit. We got another one from LeBron, sporting some LeBron next gen silhouette from his shoe line from this year, LeBron 20. You'll see it right here. I don't really know what this colorway is inspired by, but I always love the little turquoise with the high red. They go together. They're like yin and yang, bro. I love this colorway right here.
Yeah, what does he have written on the shoe? I do see "Strive for Greatness" on there.
He always writes his kids, his wife. He writes "Strive for Greatness." He always writes like all the same stuff on his shoes. Maybe something a little different every game, but he writes on "Oh Man in the Arena."
That's fire.
Yeah,
that's fire.
Man,
when he writes for the game, right at home before he leaves, what does he write that on his shoe? He got a Sharpie in his locker. just ready to
Bro,
rock.
when I was in high school, I used to ride on all of my shoes, bro.
How? Why'd you ride on your shoes? I'm like, how does that make you feel? It's just.
I mean, we can ask Mowgli. He has a pair of my shoes. I gave them to him, and like they're like the last shoes I ever wore in high school. And I don't remember exactly what I wrote, but it was all like, you know, stuff that had to do with me, like my peoples, like little notes. Like I drew like a whole little thing on the side. It's crazy. Like we can ask him to send me a picture on his day so you can see it. Because I don't have any more of those shoes left. I either threw them away or gave them away. But yeah, I love these shoes right here. Next, we have a really cool PE from the Steph 10 Flow, worn by Steph Curry on the final day of the Masters tournament. Some golf inspired Steph Curry 10 Flows. This shoe, depending on the colorway, looks really good, but I really like the inspiration for this one and the day that he wore it on, the final day of the Masters tournament.
Yeah, his posture in this photo looks like a golf posture. That's what's funny. But yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, Damo. I like the concept behind these, but these are ugly as hell. These are ugly shit.
No, man, I don't love these shoes, but depending on the colorway and like, you know, it mutes some of the accents of the shoe and stuff like that, they don't look bad. Like this color right here looks okay. It's not great, but it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I just like the concept, but I really don't like the shoe. Honestly, I think it's ugly.
It is what it is. All right, Jason Tatum hooping in some of his Tatum 1 zoos, and I guess he put up numbers in these. All right. You see it right here. Love this colorway. Very simple, but still kind of flashy with the little I guess zebra print on the back, but it's red. I like that. I like that a lot. And the gold swoosh. I mean the gold Jordan thing. I love it.
This is Tatum's first shoe, right? This is going to be his first shoe.
Yeah, it's already out.
Bro, I've seen a million different colorways, and every colorway looks good. Like this they hit. Jordan hit with this shoe. This Tatum 1 is fire. I might have to. Nah, I'm never gonna put those on. But those they look comfy. They look comfy.
No question, bro. I agree. Lastly, we have a special entry here. It's a little slow week because of the the plan. Not as many teams playing. So I decided to add someone who I believe is a future NBA player, Koa Pete at Compton Magic Media Day, rocking some Girl Zero Resto Mod Dame Dollar collab right here. You see these shoes. I honestly could have highlighted most of these colorways for this particular shoe. All the kids that play Adidas love this shoe, and there's different colorways and different looks. Patent leather, regular leather. This shoe right here, the way they are bringing it back is really dope, and I love it.
No, I love how they're coming out with different colorways, but this one specifically right here with the money on the strap, on the little on the design, fire. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a Adidas shoe like this. This design is tough.
And PSA for anybody that doesn't know, Koa Pete is one of the top sophomores in the country. It's one of the top players regardless of class, and you will see him on an NBA floor one day. Barring something crazy happening, God forbid. That man's certified. He's going to be a pro one day.
No, I think he's number 1 pick in the draft, if we're being honest, because I've seen Banchero. That was the number 1 pick in the draft. And that comparison is pretty accurate. The way they play, the way they move, their body moves, the way they're shaped. I'm calling it right now. Number 1 pick in the NBA draft, Koa Pete.
We'll see, man. A lot of factors, but I know he's going to be a lotto pick. We'll see. Speaking of Compton Magic kicks off. I mean, we play our second weekend of games this weekend to get prepared for the NCAA live period. And we have a matchup between one former NBA player's son and one current NBA legend who's still in the game. Compton Magic versus Stratford Greatness. Elijah Arenas versus Bryce James. You see Braden Burry's on the cover right now. He's one of the best players in the class of 2025. But Bryce James is coming out here, leading the way now that Bronny's moving on to hopefully play in college next year. What do you think about this matchup, Isaac?
I'm excited for it. Like, come on now. You got 2 NBA legend sons going at it head to head. Like, we love to see this. I'm excited to see it, man. And this is Elijah's. It's going to be his first showing, right, in AAU ever.
For his first Content Magic game. Last time he was at Team USA mini camp. So this is going to be his first game in a Magic uniform, donning Content Magic number 0. I'm really excited for this one. But who's going to take the win? I don't think.
Who do you think? Be honest.
I know. Look, man, we almost beat them last year. I feel like we thought we were outmanned for that game, but we just came in there and we did our thing. We played harder than them. We just gave it up at the end. But I really think that this year is our year with the type of team that we have and how we guard and all that stuff. I think we're going to get them, to be honest.
Not too shabby. Thanks for asking.
Oh, my gosh. Siri's trying to be in our show. Siri, get out of here.
Right.
But, yeah, I think we're going to be Strive for Greatness all the way. We're going to skip this.
Clips of that game will be up quick on Ballislife. It'll be on all platforms.
Yep.
Cracking. So I'm excited for Saturday, man. It's going to be up. But yeah, I think we're going to get it too. But it's not going to be easy. That Strive for Greatness 16U team is nasty. They got pieces. They got LZ, Braden Burry. They got big time pieces. But hey, man, Magic in our culture, we fight. We're dogs over here. We smell breath. 94 feet. Fades.
We bite ankles.
Hey, we could be down 5. We could be down the whole starting 5. We're playing our bench, and we're still fading.
Hey, we bite ankles.
Oh, scratch. All that.
Hey, since day uno, I was out there. I was out there biting ankles too. I don't care. It's for the family. I don't care. It's for the family. Whatever it takes. All right, man. Look. I don't think we created any clips or anything for this, but this has been a hot button topic in college basketball. The transfer portal. We have had over 1,300 Division I basketball athletes enter the transfer portal this year. Overall, all levels, over 2,000. Now, for people who don't know, there's been new parameters regarding transferring. First and foremost, when you used to transfer from Division I to Division I, you had to sit out a year. Now you're eligible right away to play if you're transferring for the first time. And lastly, the most important thing is the introduction of NIL into the college basketball ecosystem. Now, my question for you is this a good thing for college basketball? The fact that kids can just transfer and go wherever they need to go, and also it's no secret kids are transferring up after they have a good season in order to possibly get an NIL opportunity at a bigger college. What do you think about this landscape? Like, do you think it's good for college basketball? What do you think about it?
I honestly think it's good because there's a lot of players out there that go to university and the coach doesn't believe in them. And hey, man, if it's time to move on, if it's not going to work out, let me try. Why I got to sit out? Why I got to transfer and sit out and go and move on with my career and better myself? So I don't know. Yeah, I like that. But also with the money, now the NIL involved, like, hey, these players are getting paid now. Go get your paper. Go get your paper. I respect it. Get your money.
Hey, man. Hey, you music to my ears, bro.
And the coaches, now you got to treat your players right. You got to make sure it's more than just I'll get on right now and go get some money and play somewhere else and then do what I got to do.
I'll tell you what. I agree with you. But it's going to bring me to my next point as far as regulation goes. I feel like there should be some type of regulation a little bit with the NIL, only because of the two-way street, right? I've heard of instances where kids go to school because they're like, hey, we're going to give you $100,000 or something like that. But that becomes conditional at a point. If a kid gets hurt, if a kid gets messed up or can't play, then that NIL money is not binding. They don't have to give it to them at this point. So I feel like there should be more regulation in this case of something just more for the protection of the players. The players have just what's that?
Like a contract? You think like contract?
I don't know what it is, but like something like that so that we can make sure we're safeguarding the players so that they don't make bad decisions, first off. And then if they do make a decision based on monetary value, that they still get what they were promised. But there's still a lot of gray area in this NIL deal that I'm sure they're going to continue to work through. But man, it's going to be crazy soon. We're going to have NIL in high school, like high school athletes. I mean, we talk about this all the time. High school athletes getting paid to off their name, image, and likeness, which is an amazing thing because a lot of these high school players have a high profile, but there's also a lot of predatory people out there. So I feel like there should be something in place to make sure they don't get taken advantage of. That's simple.
No,
but we'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out as we go. Hey, I know y'all like this episode. Make sure you tell your friends to like and subscribe to the Balls Life Podcast Network channel. Turn your notifications and ring that bell. All right. We talk about this every week because I'm ecstatic about this. Balls Life Junior All-American. Balls Life All-American Camp is in its 10th season of existence. Okay. Number 10. I played in the first one as a player. We got Ashton Hardaway committed. Local talent, transferred out of the area for a few years, came back to Sierra Canyon for his 4th year. First team all-league, committed to Memphis. And bro, like this is a big time pickup for the Balls Life All-American game. What do you think about it?
No, for sure. Sierra Canyon? Sheesh, come on now. Celebrity status, man. We need it all. We need it all.
Ashton is the son of former NBA All-Star and, shoe legend Penny Hardaway. So he's going to go to Memphis to play for his dad. And then we got Trey Parker committed, who I've only seen his highlights, but they're all absolutely electric. This is crazy. He plays for Overtime Elite, committed to NC State. Really excited to see this one in person.
Yeah, no, he's a freak athlete. Freak athlete.
Next, we have Rayvon Griffith, who's 70th on the ESPN Top 100 list from Cincinnati, Ohio, headed to Cincinnati to play his college basketball. He's an AZ Compass prep kid. So, we've seen this team play time in and time out. Seems like this kid's really good too.
I'm excited to see him, man. We got so many freak athletes playing in this game. Like, it's going to be a lot of highlights, crazy highlights. Hey, you better watch your head. That's all I'm saying, because you will get dunked on. Like, move out the way, just let him get it.
And we got Arizona product, True Washington. I believe True is headed to New Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. I spent my first year of college in New Mexico. A really good lead guard who's explosive and can go and get you a bucket and run your team. I love this kid. 88th on the ESPN Top 100.
No, he's for sure going to New Mexico. But yeah, I mean, Arizona boy too, right? Hey, Arizona got a lot of hoopers out there, man. Arizona got a lot of big time hoopers.
Fun fact: he's young. He's younger than him, but apparently he's Ty Washington's uncle. We'll talk about that later off the show. That's weird, but Jackson Shelstad, Oregon commit and Oregon product from the state of Oregon. Kind of for the most part of high school has been underrated, but has recently seen a rise in his ranking, 36th on the top 100 list. And he's just, he's an undersized lead guard that, overachieves, I would say. He's just a really good player, high IQ, and, does more than you would expect him to do, given his stature and his frame.
Yeah, no, I mean, hey, let's talk about somebody who was like that. Trae Young came in, 5'11", 6 foot.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't expect him to be what he is now. He's a franchise tag player. Like, hey, man, tap into the Balls Life game. It's going to be
Wait, hold on. We got the girls roster now, too. We got Tessa Johnson now. Tessa Johnson. She's a really good prospect, and she's number 25 in the ESPN Top 100 from South Carolina. Headed to South Carolina from Albertville, Minnesota. Look at her. She can go.
No, these girls are going toe to toe, man. I'm ready to see this. I want to see who takes the stage. And is this the first ever Girls Balls Life game?
Absolutely. First one in existence.
Iconic. This is going to be an iconic event right here.
I agree. We got Tessa Johnson. And then next we have Layla Reynolds. Layla Reynolds is a really good player from
Where's Layla?
Layla Reynolds. You see, she's a bigger player, and she's number 19 on the ESPN Top 100. 6'2", going to Florida from Prince George's County, Maryland. You see her. She looks like she's a stretch, big girl, but can put it on the floor. Probably play 1 through 4. So look at her.
Yeah, she's 6'2", going coast to coast. It's tough, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And next we have Madison Booker. Madison Booker is number 12 in the ESPN Top 100. She's going to UT, so Austin, so Texas. She's from Ridgeland, Mississippi. We got some Southern girls out here that can hoop too. 6'1" and can go.
It's crazy, man. Do it. Look at all these 6'2", 6'1" girls bringing it down the handling. Oh my gosh,
Hannah Hidalgo, number 5 on ESPN Top 100 list. 5'7". She's a little guard, headed to Notre Dame from Merchantsville, New Jersey. Look at her.
My gosh,
bro, she is shifty, dog. Look at her. She got nasty finishes, all that. Man, I need to be front and center for this one right here. These girls can go, bro.
Yeah, she's getting highlights for sure. She's gonna mix something up. You know, she's shifty as hell. I wouldn't guard her if I was. I wouldn't guard her if I was in the Ballislife game. I'd have somebody else guard her. Cause
Nah, bro, absolutely not. Or we're face guarding her. She can't touch the ball. Haley Woolston. Now, Haley Woolston, she is Kaylee Woolston. See, it looks like an H. She's a 5'10" guard from Highland, Utah, headed to her home state school, BYU. I mean, she looks like she can shoot really good, as you can see. You know, those Utah girls and guys usually got a strap. So I'm looking for her to win the 3-point contest as well. Look at her. Hey, that thing is automatic.
Yeah, you're right. I think she's winning the 3-point contest. I'm calling it.
It's that little right here every time.
Yeah, right here, right.
Every time.
Textbook, real textbook.
Her whole highlight was Steph Curry threes. Look at her. With the Ballislife All-American game, May 6th, Cerritos College. We're going to have 3-point contest, slam dunk contest. Obviously, you know, we playing 2 games, girls and guys. Make sure you're there. Buy your tickets now, all right? Or you're going to miss out on the 10th annual Ballislife All-American game. I'll be devastated if I couldn't make that, all right? Lastly, our favorite segment of the day, Street Ball Clip of the Week. Isaac, what you got, player?
I got you, man. We got this 7'6" guard shooting a 3 ball and running and getting the putback. What is that?
You know what that is?
The number 1 pick in the draft.
Absolutely. Like, nobody in the world could do this besides him. Maybe Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's about it. But besides them two, nobody can do that the way that he just did it so effortlessly. So that's absolutely nasty.
I've never seen this before. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Is this humanly possible?
I've seen it happen before, but not like this. Like how effortless it was. Never seen somebody do it like he's doing it right now. Like, look, bro. Like he didn't even run to it. Like he kind of like halfway jogged to it. You know what I mean? His legs are just so long, it didn't matter. Look at it. And then he didn't even jump as high as, bro. This is so effortless, dog. Like he used half of his vertical right here. Look. It's nasty.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. He's wearing number 1 because he's gonna be number 1. Smitty Jaegerman Jensen. He was number 1. Hey, nice. Just got a text about DJ Davis from college.
What you mean?
They're asking me about DJ Davis.
Come on, man. Who isn't gonna ask about DJ Davis? DJ Davis.
I'm just saying. Okay, my clip. You know, we got a lot of guys out here that have a clip and can shoot, but not quite like my man right here. Check this out. Dog.
Oh my God.
This is a throwback to Hoosiers, Hickory High School, 19, whatever that was. Okay. Ain't no way anybody should be able to shoot like this nowadays. This looks like a jump shot from basketball was invented.
No, for real. That's exactly what it is.
But nonetheless, my man has a strap ball. Like, this shit is cash every single time. Like, I just don't know how people grow up and learn how to shoot like this. Like, were you on an island? You didn't ever watch basketball before and just picked it up and figured it out? Like, I don't get it. But hey, man, shout out to him though. Like, he's making a wave. Like, I'm sure there's guys out there that shoot like this at 24. They're insecure about their jumper, and he's showing them you could play on a circuit team shooting like this.
How do you even like pick up a jumper like that and keep it like that? Like, I don't know.
I'm dumbfounded, bro. Like, you must live on a deserted island and never watch basketball or something. Or you just were like an asshole or like, man, fuck it, I'm gonna shoot how I want to shoot. Look at that. Look at it. Oh my gosh. And it's quick too. Like D's trying to pause it so we can see it. Like his shot is lightning quick too. So it's not much you can say about it. I really want to see how he gets his jumper when he's doing a 1-dribble pull-up. That's what I want to see. Like, that little step in was nothing, but the 1-dribble pull-up, I want to see how he gets it off.
Yeah, I'm curious to see that too, man.
Hey, man, we had a lot to talk about today, but that's all the time we have. We really appreciate you guys coming through. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to the Balls Life Podcast Network, turn on your notifications and ring that bell, and tell your friends, tell your daddy, tell your mama, tell your granny, tell your Bessie, tell your enemies, all that. All right. Tell everybody. Kids, your wives, your husbands, everybody. Okay. We really appreciate you guys coming into Balls Life. Street Ball episode 29 with Dom and Isaac. We really appreciate you, but we're out.
Yes, sir.
What's the deal, y'all? This is Dom. You're tuning in to the Street Ball Show with Dom and Isaac. If you really like that clip, make sure you click up here to watch more of our episodes. And if you really like and you want to see more content, click down here to subscribe, all right? Bro, what are you doing on your phone, bro?
Mine yours, buddy.
Not locked in, dog. Not locked in at all, man.
Hey!
Subscribe, all right? Thank you.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button. We out.